All right, hey guys, what is up? It is Bib07 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. In this video, I'm going to be going over this week's update and patch notes, so we're going to be talking about that here. And this week we do have the 300 million accounts created party has started, which is surprising, at least for me. I did not expect them to be doing an event for this, especially considering as far as I've seen, they haven't said anything about it leading up to this point. But yeah, there is a party event thing going on, and it looks like they've been planning this for quite a while. Just based on how it looks, like we'll go over to the Grand Exchange, which is where the party location is taking place, and it honestly looks pretty good. The whole reorg to the Grand Exchange, the 300 million. I mean, it looks good. I think personally, it's one of the better looking new stuff, like new things that they've added in recent times, and because like the wilderness rework is nice and stuff, but it does look a bit like just like the ground and stuff looks a bit plasticky and stuff. But I don't know. I think the GE looks cool. I really like the big 300 million sign that they have here. Unfortunately, I don't know 100% everything that's changed because I really don't come here at all. When there's not something going on like this. But yeah, that's pretty much where the good part of the event ends because they have also added an MTX related promotion to this event, and it's basically the Green Santa hat promo all over again. It's basically just a rehash of the Green Santa hat one where you got the Christmas wrapping paper or whatever it was called whenever you were skilling. Now instead you get balloon fragments because Party Pete accidentally blew up a bunch of balloons too much and they scattered all over the place or whatever they excuse they have for it existing. But same exact thing basically. You get a little bit of these every now and then while you're skilling or doing whatever, and you can come here and turn them in. It even has the same interface. You have to go through a little dialogue with him before you can look at stuff, and he does give you, I think, those glasses that he's wearing, which look absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, it gives you the 300 mil glasses, which you can have if you want to wear those. But those will get stored in Diango. But yeah, you can see it even has the same. This is the same exact interface that was used for the Green Santa event, and it's pretty much this similar rewards, except just the cosmetics are swapped out. So you have these disco sets. There's one there. Then there's cool disco sets. They've also brought back the Boogie Bow, which I don't know what it was from, but a lot of people seem to be happy that this is back. And yeah, so that's available. There's also One of the Many title and Party title, which I don't think either of those are good titles, honestly, but maybe people will want them. And then the cool disco set. And then the purple balloon, which is quite rare, has green super disco set, conga dance walk override token, party fever walk, and then these weird shirts that you can see featured here. And they're all pretty ugly. If you ask me, they are not good looking shirts, but there's one of each of those. And then the golden balloon, which you're never ever going to get, so don't even expect it, has possibly 300 mil. And then the things that are super duper rare in all of the other balloons, but guaranteed from these, are the platinum Nex armors. So those were in all the balloons. I just didn't touch on them. But yeah, so basically, I mean, it's basically the same event as this Green Santa event. Although I highly doubt these tokens are going to be worth more or like worth as much as like a Green Santa was. You can see demonstrations of the sets over here. And I mean, it's pretty much what you'd expect. It's just a palette swapped, Nex armor set. And I think the only one that really looks decent to me is Torva. Virtus is okay, and Pernix is probably the worst in my opinion. But this isn't something I would spend any significant amount of money on personally. And maybe I can get one of these on my Iron Man. That would be kind of cool. But that's just again luck based. And Iron Men do not get the GP rewards. Of course, there is the 300 mil on the gold present. I think for Iron Man, that is 50k oddments, which is a lot for that cosmetic shop, but doesn't really mean anything. I just thought that was kind of funny. And you can also claim a daily balloon each day from here. So I got a blue balloon, Silver Rock down, and just garbage stuff. So nothing good there. And it's 200, whatever you call them, fragments to get a balloon. And yeah, that's basically it. So if you did the Green Santa event, it's the same idea pretty much, except the Green Santa itself is going to be, or the big reward rather from this is going to be worth much less than the Green Santa was. Now the problem with this is basically it's again the same as the Green Santa event. Every time you use a key on Treasure Hunter, you will get 40 fragments. So yeah, basically people are going to be, all the whales are going to come out of the water, start flopping around, getting all these balloon fragments from the Treasure Hunter, and then it's just incentivizing the MTX even more, which is it's not good. But either way, I don't really like this. I didn't really like the Green Santa event, and I don't like this event either, just because of how ridiculously rare it is to actually get the good stuff like the platinum tokens and stuff. It's way, way, way too rare. I think I turned in nearly like 300K paper for the Christmas event, and that took a ton of grinding, and I didn't get a single gold present. I don't know. For me, it's just way, way too rare. It's kind of stupid. So I don't like these events, and I hope they don't continue doing them in the future, especially for things like the Green Santa. I hope they do something again in the future for the similar to the Gold Party Hat event. I thought that was a really, really good one. Just because it wasn't MTX related, it was accessible. I liked that a lot. But this one, not so much. But yeah, I mean, I was surprised to see, clearly they've put a decent amount of work into this whole big thing here at the GE with the 300 million model up there on the GE and all these little party favors and stuff. So kind of came out of nowhere for me. I just wasn't expecting, when I saw this on the homepage, I thought it was just going to be some quickly cobbled together random stuff that was thrown in at the GE, but they have clearly been planning this for a while, which I think is good. It's a pretty big, I guess 300 million itself isn't a big milestone, but every 100 million accounts is going to be a huge milestone for any game, I would think. And I know people are always going to say, this is mostly bots and all that. And I mean, I think that hardly matters in all honesty. And it's definitely, I think, less than people are always claiming it is as far as how bots are. But at the same time, the fact that people see some reason to create that many bot accounts for the game also points to why the popularity of it and all that you might relate to the number of accounts and stuff like that. But either way, let me see what else we had, and if there's anything else for the event that I forgot. I don't think so. It will be running until September 4th, so pretty much a full month. And also Iron Man can buy the party t-shirts and the title scrolls, the dance and fever tokens. They can buy all of those, and and also the platinum Pernix Toro Invertus. They can buy all those cosmetics off the GE. I'm liking this that they're allowing Iron Man to buy cosmetics off the GE, although it's a bit more difficult to get gold, obviously, because you can't sell things. It's still good to be able to have an accessible way to get cosmetics, because especially in the case of these platinum tokens, there's no way someone's going to get all 3 of those platinum tokens, especially on an Iron Man where you can't obviously use Treasure Hunter to get extra whatever they're called, fragments. You have to do it all from skilling. So it's nice that there's a way for them to get it even after the event's over. Eventually maybe you can grind up that GP. And I kind of like it as a long-term goal to shoot for on an endgame Iron Man, because if you're an endgame Iron Man, you're PVMing a lot, you'll definitely have an excess of GP, and this is something you could maybe try and invest it in, or getting the Azure Dragon Breath or things like that. Speaking of which, I'm just kind of curious how much that has settled around. I think the event is long since over for that, so let me just check here. Pterosaur Mall is 600 mil? Are you kidding me, bro? Do people not do BGH? I don't understand that. Azure Dragon Breath is, I guess, around 500 to 550 mil. So that's a lot, but yeah, I just wanted to look that up. But yeah, overall, that's the event. Again, I was surprised, like I said, to see this, but it's cool. I just don't like the reuse of the Santa Hat event too much, but at the same time, it's not that big a deal. I wasn't expecting anything at all, so I guess it could be worse. And they also said something in the update post here, right here at the bottom of the main section. However, we've got something else in the works too. We've been working on this for many months now, since we first thought about how we could really celebrate hitting 300 million players. and they're not ready to talk about it today, but they're almost at that point. Stay tuned for more news next week. So I have absolutely no idea what else they could have planned for this that they've been working on for months. I absolutely have no idea. The first thing that came to my mind, because I conflated it with the 200 million accounts, 300, maybe they'll raise the XP cap to 300 mil. How crazy would that be? I do highly doubt that that's going to happen, but that was the only thing that even I could think of, because otherwise, I mean, I have absolutely no idea. What could they possibly have that's been worked on for many months? I mean, what? I have no idea. Like, there's no way it's going to be an event like this, surely, because this event already is here. So I don't know. Let me know your guys' speculation if you have any in the comments, because it seems really weird to me that they'd drop that sort of big hint about something related to 300 mil accounts that they've been working on for months. I have no idea, but I'm excited to hear more, and I'll definitely make a video whenever news does drop on whatever that is. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the event. Also, for those of you who care, Double XP is starting on when? August 22nd? Oh, this Friday? Wait, what? Oh, right, it's way longer. I always forget that it's not a weekend anymore. So Double XP starts this Friday, August 12th, and is available until the 22nd. Is that correct? 10 days? I guess that is right. So yeah, nice long 10 days for your Double XP. They still haven't changed the name. It's still called Double XP Live, which is frankly pathetic and clearly them just being willfully ignorant and doing it on purpose, because people look at it, they think Double XP, someone who doesn't play a lot or hasn't played in a little while might look at it and think Double XP's live right now. I'm going to log in and do some Double XP. But the event is it's such a stupid name. Just call it Double XP event or something. Like, why is live in the name? I have no idea. It annoys me every time. And I mean, we all know they do this like 4 times a year now. It's just the way it is. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that good for the game. I really don't. I kind of wish they never did double XPs, but it's in the game at this point. I think it's bad because if I'm a new player or someone who's on a mid-level account or just getting started or whatever, and I see that there's double XP that happens so often, I'm not really going to want to train my skills that much when it's not double XP, because it'll almost seem like a waste of time. And I'm not sure if anybody actually does think like that, but that just seems like it would be an easy perception to have if you're someone who maybe doesn't have that much time to play the game, like a casual mid-level player. You might only want to train your skills during double XP, and that's the only time you're gonna play. I don't know. It's again, it's hard for me to sort of put myself in those shoes, because I'm obviously here on my maxed account, and I normally am playing on my Iron Man accounts, which don't have access to the double XP anyway. So yeah, that's just, I mean, I don't like double XP, and the name is frankly pathetic. Then they talk about Treasure Hunter promo, and then we have patch notes. So let's jump into the patch notes here. They have updated the Abyss to no longer require you to be opted into PvP. Basically, before, the Abyss would still skull you, I guess, and opt you in to PvP, and you wouldn't even be able to use the Abyss without doing that. Now you can use the Abyss without opting into PvP. However, you cannot, you still have to opt into PvP if you're wearing the demonic skull. It'll still opt you in. And yeah, that makes sense, I guess. You get 250% bonus runecrafting XP if you're using the Abyss without the demonic skull. And if you're using the Abyss with the demonic skull, you get 350% bonus XP. However, what they don't list here is the other buff that the demonic skull gives you, which is a triple chance of getting the magical thread. So for someone like me who's mainly focusing on Iron Man content, you're definitely gonna still need to wear that demonic skull, because that magical thread is so precious and it takes so long to get. You need that tripled amount for sure. So if you're on a main account and you don't care as much about the magical thread and you just want to be safe and chill and get the XP, just a little bit less XP, then you could totally leave the demonic skull off. But that's an important thing to mention. I also didn't do any Wilderness Slayer during this week like I thought I might do. I saw some videos on the loot chests, and they really didn't look that exciting, so I didn't really feel like making them. If you're interested in a loot chest video, Nuznuz has a good one where he opens, I think, 10 of them. And yeah, I mean, they're not that exciting, so I wasn't super interested in going for them personally. But yeah, sorry about that, I guess. Let's see. The Slayer chest will no longer be destroyed on death unless you are dying inside the wilderness with PvP enabled. They have added sound effects for the volcano projectiles and ambush spawns, which is nice. Kind of a big one here. Super anti-fire potions can now be traded and bought on the Grand Exchange. So very, very big, I would say, because prior to now, if you would, and I mean, I'm over here with this many of them. I absolutely just sat at that Phoenix and grinded before you could auto pickpocket it. And that was a big mistake, clearly. That was a long, long time ago, though, when I was like sub 99 Herblore and I used it to train. I made all these super anti-fires. But now on mains, you no longer have to do the Phoenix if you don't want to, because that is kind of a pain going and collecting those feathers to make the super anti-fires if you want to make them into salves or whatever else you need them for. Now you can buy and sell them on the Grand Exchange. Much, much nicer, easier, and a new money-making method for people who want to deal with actually going and getting those feathers, I guess. So yeah, kind of a little hidden one in there. Let's see. What else do we have that's important? That dungeon in the wilderness where they swapped out the fire giants for whatever they had, Gemstone Dragons. This one right here. This is, and it's probably still incorrectly labeled. Yeah, it is. So it still says all this stuff, which is just not right. There was Onyx and Hydrix dragons in here. Now they've swapped out 2 of those Onyx dragons for Dragonstone dragons. So there's now all 3 types of Gemstone dragons in this little dungeon here. But they still haven't fixed the fact that the special wilderness task from what's his name, Mandarith, requires you to kill fire giants, which don't exist in the wilderness, so you can't complete it. They still haven't fixed that, which is kind of stupid. I think they need to do that as soon as possible, hopefully next week. What else here? Anything else important? Bunch of small fixes. Dummies can no longer be placed in the wilderness. Yeah, that's about it for the wilderness section. I don't know why super anti-fire potions being tradable is under the Wilderness Reborn section. That seems kind of weird. I guess a lot of the stuff out here is aggressive, and like some of them are dragons, so maybe they wanted it to be a more accessible potion for people who didn't have 85 Herblore. I guess that makes some sense, but still weird that it's in that section of the patch notes. And then for the general changes, we have some additional changes to Zamorak, Lord of Chaos drops. Basically, they have made the rare chance increase even more the higher your enrage is, and the bow chance has been increased with the enrage as well. So I guess maybe, I mean, clearly it means that the higher your enrage goes, your drop chance will be even higher than it was before. And I guess maybe what this means is that you'll also have a higher chance for the bow than other items compared to at lower enrages. That's kind of what it sounds like there. And then there was no other important changes to the fight or anything like that. Yeah, there's no changes still for Phase 7 solo, which I think is kind of insane. I really think they need to change it, because as it is, it's just stupid and it's just badly designed for solo. So I really hope they do some change to that eventually. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it would be very difficult for them to make the drops common enough to the point that it would ever be even worth killing the boss at 100% or higher if your main goal is to get drops and make money. Phase 7 just adds an incredibly more difficult single phase to the fight that's just not worth dealing with if you want to just kill it and grind for drops. I think the biggest mistake they made with Zamorak, if they want people to actually kill it at high enrages for drops, is letting the bow drop sub 100%. I know that might seem like I'm gatekeeping or whatever, or being elitist, but that just made the most sense to me by far. I mean, Carapac hard mode's the only one. I said this before, but Carapac hard mode's the only one that drops fractured staff. Zuck hard mode's the only one that drops weapon pieces. I would just, I mean, it would make a lot of sense to me that that would be the case. Like Telos has the 5th phase added at 100% plus in rage, and its drops become monumentally more common at that point. Now it can still drop everything technically below 100% in rage, but my God, if you will never see a drop. I mean, you can grind forever and probably never get a drop. And phase 5 compared to the rest of the fight isn't even as much harder as phase 7 is in terms of compared to the rest of the Zamorak fight, at least in my opinion. But yeah, so if they really want people to, I mean, it's too late now, they can't change it, but if they wanted people to actually kill the boss at high in rage for the drops, they would have had to make the bow 100% plus exclusive, because as it is, there's just no reason whatsoever for you to have to, for you to deal with that 7th phase. And I don't think this, especially when the changes are as vague as what they are putting out in the patch notes, and obviously they can't give us the specific numbers because they haven't released the drop numbers yet for the boss. But like when changes are this vague, very few, if any, people are going to even bother trying to switch off of their comfortable 99% grinding that they've been doing to see if this is worth making the switch. And which, of course, I cannot see a world where it will ever be worth doing Zamorak at above 100% in rage. The drops would have to be like 10 to maybe even 20 times more common than below 100% in rage. And there's no way that that would be the case, I don't think. So that's my opinion on it. I have a whole rant video on Zamorak, mainly focused around solo. So if you want to check that out for more of my thoughts, you can. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Bit of a longer one than I thought it would be. I kind of rambled on a bit, so apologies for that. And sorry this is out a bit late on the day. I was just a bit busy today. Didn't have much time to record a video or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I am really looking forward to seeing whatever this big news is that they've supposedly been working on for months. We'll have to see what ends up happening. I will definitely make a video covering the news whenever it is available. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this event and everything, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.